feeling myself. I'm 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 feeling myself.
I'm with some hood girls looking back at it and a good girl in my tax bracket.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am giving the people what you want. You all have been asking for a story time, and I told you guys that I wasn't going to do anymore, but I figured it'd be nice every once in a while maybe to give you guys a story time. So I figure I should start off with the fact that, let me think, because it's so many angles I can take to get into this story. I need y'all to know that the day that this story happened, it was raining outside and it was snowing outside. Please keep that in mind. I'm gonna reiterate that. The day that this story happened, it was raining and it was snowing outside, okay? So I guess I should start with before I got home that day. I was already upset with him. We were already arguing. And let me just say this. It's crazy how quick things can change. Literally the day before this story happened, or like 2 days before, we had like the best day ever. Like out of our whole relationship, like 2 days before this situation happened, it was like one of the best days we had with each other, and we went out on like a really, really nice date. And then when the actual story happened, like the day that I got put out, the relationship was just never the same after that. Like even though we fixed everything, the relationship was just never the same after this day. 2 days before the situation happened, like I said, we went on like a really, really nice date. You know how like when you getting ready to go out, your room is usually a mess when you leave, like between makeup and clothes and y'all trying to figure out what to wear. So before we left out to go out that night, our room was a mess. When we came in, we were going to have company over, and the company was coming in like 20 minutes, and we didn't have time to clean the room, on top of the fact that we were intoxicated. We like hurry up and put everything like under the bed. Like we literally was just shoving stuff under the bed because we didn't have time to like thoroughly clean the room before our company got there. So this is 2 days before the incident. I think this was like a Saturday. Sunday we were probably in bed all day. I really don't remember what we did the day after that. I just know that we ain't cleaned the room the next day either. So this is now Monday. We were arguing while I was at work about something that he put on Instagram, and let me just say this. I was mad because he put like some heart eyes or some hearts, or I don't know. I just know that if I did it, he'd be salty. And when I expressed to him that I was mad, he just was like, you got no reason to be mad. Cool. It's cool, it's cool. I go home and I got my little attitude. Like I'm mad, you know, I let him know that I was upset about something. He didn't address the issue. He kind of brushed it off like, shorty, get out of here. You don't got no reason to be mad. Shorty, get out of here. You know how they do. You know how they do. So I went home and I got an attitude, but the type of girlfriend I am, I'm still gonna make sure you straight. Like I'm still going to cook even though I wasn't hungry. I'm still gonna do right by my significant other even if we're not on the best of terms. So I got home and I was gonna cook dinner. Like I really had an attitude this day. I was mad about, you know, the argument that we had, and I really was not in the mood to cook this jigaboo some dinner. But I'm like, you know, like I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna cook. I ain't cooking like 2 nights. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna cook dinner. So I go home and I was in the kitchen. Like I ain't even wanna go in the room. I did not wanna be around his bald-headed ass. I just wanted to cook dinner and lay my pretty self down. I'm chilling in the kitchen. I got my little speaker in there. I was sipping on my wine in my zone. So he comes and he was just like, yo, babe, such and such and his wife is cooking dinner. Do you wanna come over for dinner? So off top, I was like, sure, why not? Like I really wasn't in the mood to go because I don't want to be around other couples and we not even straight, because then we're gonna be fake happy and we're not even good right now. Why is we going to another couple's house with all our negative energy? And I don't want to go over there and pretend that I like you right now, because I don't. But I'm just like, whatever, like sure, we can go. So he was like, all right, we leaving in like 30 minutes, you know, you might as well put the food away. I ain't start cooking yet. He was like, you might as well put the food away. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm still chilling in the kitchen, just chilling, thinking. And after like 10 minutes of thinking, I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to go. Like I came to my senses. I was like, I'm not about to fake in front of this couple and pretend that we happy. I don't want to go. So I called them on FaceTime. You know, we lazy. We lazy. He was right upstairs, but I just FaceTimed him. I'm like, look, I don't want to go. And he was just like, I want you to come with me. I'm like, I don't want to go. He's like, I'm asking, can you do it for me? Like, can you just come with me for me? Because I told him, I'm like, you know, you can go by yourself. I wasn't even hungry. I didn't really want to be around another couple. I was just like, look, you want to go over there, have dinner? Fine, go ahead. I was just going to go to sleep. But he was just like, no, like, I'm not going if you're not going, so, like, can you just come with me? So I'm like, all right, cool. He was like, so come up in the room, we just gonna chill till it's time to go. Cool. So I go up in the room and he's like watching YouTube couples and stuff like that. And first of all, I was shocked because the nigga don't even watch YouTube. But he watching YouTube couples and I'm sitting there. I still got an attitude, I'm not even gonna lie. But I was just on the couch in our room, minding my business, just drinking the wine, this, and the third. So let me brace myself before I get on to this. So let's just be clear. We just established that we was going over someone's house for dinner. He said that we would be leaving within like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We just going over their house. I didn't really need to do much to get ready but change my clothes. So we just chilling. After, we're not really talking. You know how like it's like small laughs and giggles at the TV and stuff like that. We was doing that, but we wasn't really talking. So after like 25 minutes of sitting there watching YouTube videos, this man looks at me and said, "You about to go cook?" So me, flabbergasted, confused, I looked at him and I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought we was going out for dinner. He said, oh yeah, we not going no more. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, when was you gonna give me the memo? I asked him, when were you gonna give me the memo? He was like, just now. I'm like, all right. Like, I already got an attitude with him. I'm like, I'm not even about to do this. Like, cool. Like, yeah, I'm about to go cook. I'm like, in a second. Because at this point, I'm low-key wine tipsy, wine drunk, whatever the hell you want to call it. I already had it out my head that I wasn't cooking anymore. So I'm relaxing now. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to cook in like 5-10 minutes. So, he all right, cool. So he get up and he start cleaning. He like, come on, help me clean the room. I said, no, I'm not. He said, no, like, get up and help me clean the room. I said, no, I'm not. I'm about to go downstairs and cook. Here's my logic. I'm about to cook dinner for the both of us. Why can't you clean our room? You want me to help you clean our room and go cook dinner? You want me to do both of them things and you can't even acknowledge the fact that I'm upset with you and you want me to do all this? No, wasn't happening. So I'm like, no, I'm not about to help you clean this room. I'm about to go cook dinner. So this was funny, you know, when you live with somebody and you know, like you stand with somebody, everything is ours. Everything is ours. It's our room. It's our this. Everything is ours. Until somebody get mad and then it's mine. Ooh. I'm like, I'm about to go downstairs and cook. He said, and I quote, you think you going in my kitchen and cooking dinner? I'm looking at this man like, my kitchen? Shut up. You don't even be cooking. So I'm like, that's exactly what I'm about to go do. He like, okay, we'll see. So I don't like that. Like, I'm cool with being submissive. I'm cool with letting you leave, but what you're not ready to do is tell me what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. So he like, you're not going down there to cook. And I'm like, watch me. So I took my little speaker. I had my little boombox speaker, and I took my glass of wine, and I went downstairs and started taking the dinner out. I said, I'm about to cook for the both of us, so why can't you clean our room? Like, that sounds pretty fair. Let me know down below, and don't be biased, don't say this because it's just me, KCK. Let me know down below if that sounds fair to y'all. I cook for both of us, you clean for both of us. Pretty fucking fair. He follows me downstairs. I took the meat out the freezer. He takes the meat and he put it back in the freezer. I'm like, yo, I'm about to cook, what are you doing? He like, no, I'm not even hungry no more. At this point, you're trying to be controlling. Because you just said you was hungry, you were just about to go for dinner, now all of a sudden, you're not hungry. He takes the food out my hand, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm about to cook. He's like, no, you're not. You can go upstairs, you can help me clean, or you can leave. I said, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm the one that let you away and be thinking. I'm leaving. That's what I told him. He like, all right, back, go pack your shit. So I'm in shock because I'm thinking like we was just in love like 2 days ago, and now you want me to leave over this? You want me to leave over this? Cool. So I go upstairs and I sit on the couch because in my mind, he's not really making me leave. Like this is not really happening. And that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking like, he ain't really gonna be leaving. It's not about to happen. It's not. So I go down room and I sit on the couch and I'm on my phone. I'm low-key, like at the same time, I'm looking for I'm about to call my Uber. I'm about to get my friend to come pick me up. Like, I'm trying to find a way to get home. Well, I was home. I was trying to find a way to get to my mom's house. It's late too. It's, mind you, like I said in the beginning, it's snowing and it's raining. I need y'all to keep that in mind. It's snowing and it's raining. I'm just trying to find a way to get to my peep's house. I wasn't ready to take all my stuff because in my mind, he's not really kicking me out for this. Like, we in love, baby. We in love. What is you doing? Like, you're not kicking me out for this nonsense. You're not doing it. I'm chilling on the couch. He coming around. He like, what you doing? Like, I'm like, oh, you serious? Like, you really want me to leave? He like, yo, like, grab your ass, like, go, like, start packing. So I'm like, bet, bet. So I'm packing, mind you, y'all. I ain't just staying the night. I wasn't just staying there a couple of weeks. We lived together. So I had a lot of stuff to pack for me to be getting kicked out for this nonsense. So I get to packing and I'm packing on myself, and while I'm packing I'm thinking like, this is not really happening. And the whole time that I'm packing, this creature is just being really rude and disrespectful. Like, I never met a female like you. Like, you're so trifling, and he just was being so rude. I'm just telling y'all, if it was the old KCK, just the crazy KCK. Y'all know my OG KCKs know about the crazy girlfriend stories. Like, if it was the old KCK, I would have been spazzing. It would have been cute. But I'm like, we're not doing this. I'm just gonna ignore him. I'm just gonna block it out, because if I respond, it's not gonna be pretty. He just being rude. I can't really remember everything that he was saying, but he was just like, never met a female like you trifling, you don't want to clean. Like, I wasn't even about to sit there and argue my case, because it wasn't even worth it. In my mind, you're my man. It's like 10 o'clock at night. It's raining and it's snowing outside. You put me out because I didn't help you clean the room while I was cooking dinner. Boy, bye. I'm getting my stuff, and after like 20-30 minutes, I didn't have a ride. Like, so what I wasn't about to do though is sit there and be mentally and emotionally abused. Like, I wasn't about to do it, because if I would have sat there, I would have started crying, or I would have spazzed back, or the stuff would have got to me. Like, the things people say do get to me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie and say, I'm like, oh, F it. I'll say this, people that I care about, when someone that I care about says something about me, I really do take that stuff to heart. And when it's strangers and people I don't know like that, I really shrug it off. But if it's somebody that I love and somebody that I care about, and they're saying negative things about me, I honestly do take that to heart. So I knew that I couldn't just sit there and listen to this nonsense. I couldn't do it. So I grabbed my little book bag, and I didn't take nothing with me. I'm like, look, my mom will be here tomorrow to pick up this stuff, because my mom, it was late, like everybody was asleep, like nobody was coming to get me. So I'm just like, I'll just tell my mom to come get my bag tomorrow, like, well, my bags. So I'm like, my mom will come get my bags tomorrow, I'll just bye. So I left, and he didn't run after me like, no, baby, no, baby, please, baby, my bag, baby. He didn't do none of that, y'all. And it's just like, I'm not like, oh, you gotta chase me every time I run. You put me out. It's not like I'm like, oh boy, F you, I'm leaving. You put me, I did say, I'm leaving. But you get what I'm saying, like, he put me out. So I felt like, it's 10 o'clock at night. You don't know how I'm getting home. I don't even know how I'm getting home, or to my mom's house, I should say. I don't know how I'm getting where I'm going. You don't know how I'm getting where I'm going. It's raining and it's snowing outside, and it's like 10, 11 o'clock. And you about to let me leave? So I left, y'all. Let me tell y'all, I had slides on my feet. I had my Nike slides on. I don't know what bottoms I had on. I just know I had on Nike slides, my jacket, and my umbrella. And I'm walking. And I wanted to turn around and see, like, is he walking behind me to make sure I'm safe? Is he following me just to make sure I'm good? But he being stubborn. He don't want to let me know that he can, but he really like somewhere up the block watching me. Y'all, he really wasn't following me. I was walking by myself. It was raining, it was snowing, so I just stopped, because I didn't even know where I was going, y'all. I literally was just walking. So I called my Badri, Badri. I'm like, Badri, he just put me out. And she's like, Kenise, are you serious? I'm like, yes, like, I'm crying, it's outside. I'm like, I told her what happened. She was like, you know what? I hate him. This was the day when she was done with him. Like, she was cool with him, she liked him and all, but this was the day when she was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He did not just put my boo out this late at night, not knowing where she going in this rain, this one outside, and she got Nikes on her feet. He ain't just do that. He ain't do that, but he did. I called my friend Trey, and I'm like, look, I need I need you to come and get me. Like, I'm about to walk to Planet Fitness. Like, I need you to come and get me. He like, that. Like, I get off in like 10 minutes. It'll take me like 20 minutes to get there. The walk was probably like another 10, 15 minutes. And I could just sit in the Planet Fitness for like 5 to minutes. I needed to listen to some sappy, sad music by myself for a little while anyway. So I'm like, cool, I'll just wait for you at the gym. So I walked to the gym. By the time I got to the gym, I must have been strolling. I must have been walking really slow. I think I had stopped a couple times to talk to Adri to let her know what was going on. And by the time I got to the gym, Trey was already there. So I get in the car and he like, go ahead, like what happened? Like just go ahead and let it out. I'm like, I'm about to just vent. So I told him the situation. I told him everything that happened. And he was just like, honestly, Kenise, I think that it was already like a heated situation going on between y'all two. And it sounded like he just overreacted. Like y'all never really had any major problems before. I don't see him putting you out for something this small. And I'm like, I agree. He was like, so this is what we about to do. I'm gonna take you back to the house. He was like, go in and grab like some stuff for work tomorrow, because I didn't take nothing with me, y'all. I didn't take anything with me. He like, go in the house, try to grab a couple of things. And he was like, it's been like 30-40 minutes by now. He's probably calmed down. He let you walk out once, but I'm pretty sure he's not gonna let you leave again. So go in the house and grab a couple things. I'm like, cool. Now, out of respect, you don't bring any mail to another male's house. Like you don't do stuff like that. And even still, I didn't really like people knowing where he lived in general. Like the only person that knew was my mom. Even like other friends, like whether it was a male or female, I will always, if I was going somewhere, I was meeting with somebody, I would tell them to meet me like at the gas station because it was right next to the house or whatever the case may be. But I just never really brought anybody to that house just because you don't do stuff like that. So I'm like, drop me off like down the block. He like, I got you, and I'll just walk up the block. So he dropped me off like a block away. I walk to the house. As I'm walking to the house, I can see our room from outside. This man is on the bed playing his video game like it's nothing, like just chilling. So I'm like, he really don't care. Like I was expecting something. He on the bed like this. Yeah, bro. No, yo, we meet in court. We meet in court. I'm just looking from outside like, really? Okay. He don't care. So I go in the house and I got my fake attitude and I'm like, I'm just grabbing a couple of things. I was expecting him to be like, no, man, don't leave. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. He ain't say none of that. He like, all right, he's still on a game. So I'm just grabbing a couple of things for work. Very slowly. Strolling, Because I'm waiting for him to be like, can we talk? Don't leave. Something. He didn't say nothing. Like he really was just sitting there playing the game. I'm like, you know what? He don't care. So he was like, where did you go? I said, to the gym. He like, how'd you get there? I said, I walked. He said, how'd you get here? I said, I walked. That part was a lie. Okay, I really went to the gym and I really walked to the gym. When he said how you get here, I didn't walk. I got a ride there, obviously, but I lied. And technically, it was a halfway lie because I got a ride down the street and I walked from down the street to here. So technically, I told the truth. In my mind, you don't really care about my well-being. You're not asking me these questions. And that was the reason why I said what I said. I wasn't about to tell him, oh, this person met me, this and the third, because you're not asking because you genuinely care about my well-being. You're asking because the real question you want to ask, did you go to a nigga house and did a nigga bring you here? Those was the questions that he really wanted to ask, but instead he trying to pretend he cared. How you get there? How you didn't care. If you cared, for one, you wouldn't let me leave, and for two, you would have followed me. 3, you would have called and like, yo, where you at? Like, you good? You straight? None of that. So you don't really care about my well-being. I'll leave back out. I grab my stuff and my mind being like, oh, we really must be done. Like, he really want me to leave. So I left back out. And I walked down the street, walked to the car, and we went about our merry way. He's taking me to my mom's house. So I'm probably like literally about to pull up at my mom's house. And he FaceTimed me. In my mind, again, you're not FaceTiming me because you care about my well-being. You're FaceTiming me because you want to know where I'm at, who I'm with. That's all you really care about. Like, you don't care about my well-being. So I didn't answer when he FaceTimed me. Don't call me now, boo. Don't call me now, boo. You should have been called. So he called me from my friend's phone that was in the house. He called me from her phone. I thought it was her. I thought she was like, yo, where you at? What you doing? Blah, blah, blah. He called me from her phone. I thought it was her. When I answered and I saw that it was him, I hung up. Because why is you trying to sneak around and play little games like this? You grow up. This is when it got a little, this one got a little whoop. I hung up the phone. He texted me like, I don't remember the message. I know I still got it. So I'm going to put it in here, y'all. It's explicit. He was very rude. I'm gonna put the message in here somewhere. He basically said something like, yo, you a something, you a liar, you got the audacity to lie to my face, I'm get your off the porch. He ready to throw my stuff outside again. I'm thinking like he not really about to do this. That was my mindset. I'm thinking like he is not about to take all of my belongings and throw them outside or sit them on the porch, because he said he's like, come get your shit off the porch. I'm thinking like, he's not putting my stuff outside. He's not about to do that. My friend takes me back to the house, and we go around the house, and we riding up the block, and I don't see my stuff sitting on the porch. No, it was not sitting on the porch. All of my belongings is scattered all over the yard, all over the sidewalk, while it was raining and it was snowing outside. Y'all, aside from the fact that it was raining and snowing, like I said, I lived there. Like, this wasn't a book bag or 2 suitcases. This was all of my belongings. And because I wasn't just an overnight stay, I think I had like 1 suitcase. The rest of it I had in bags because I lived there. I didn't have a bunch of suitcases and stuff there. So when he threw the bags out, some of my stuff had like fallen out the bags. He literally had just thrown all my stuff outside. So I'm in shock at this point. Like, I'm in utter shock, and I'm like, just keep driving. Like, I was in shock because I really did not think that he was gonna, I didn't think he was going to even put it outside, let alone throw my stuff all the way outside on the curb and on the sidewalk. And at this point, I'm like, wow, I'm dating a monster. Who does that? It's like 12 o'clock at this point, and it's raining and it's snowing outside. Like, I have never done anything like that to anybody. And even if I was that mad, like, I can't do that. Like, it's nothing in my body that can make me throw somebody's belongings in the rain and the snow like that. Like, I couldn't. Like, as I'm throwing the first bag, I'm gonna be like, you look crazy, you look retarded, you look stupid, this is too much. Nobody can get that much energy and that much craziness out of me. It's just not gonna happen. So I was like, whoa, this guy is missing a couple of screws. Clearly something's not right up top, because nobody in their right mind can do something like that. I'm just sorry, you can't. Especially somebody you claim that you love. Oh baby, I love you, I love you. You can't do it. We went all the way back around the block, and I told him, I'm like, okay, go around. And as we circling the block, I'm like, yo, I really kept saying like, yo, he really threw my shit outside. And my friend just driving looking like, whoa, like that's crazy. So this time, at this point, you have to bring me right in front of his house, because if you drop me off down the block, it's raining and it's snowing and it's a bunch of stuff. I can't take all this stuff down the street. So yes, my friend, at this point, I told him, pull up in front of the house so I can get my stuff. So he pull up, and I get out the car, and I'm picking all of my stuff, and I'm putting it into the car. My friends, they came, they were such good people. Like, I'm like, I appreciate y'all. This was the day I'm like, you know what, y'all some real ones, because they have to help me get my stuff. They came, and it was raining and snowing, and like, I really respected them for this. They helped me get all of my stuff and put it in his car. And I like the fact that they didn't straight like, oh, who this, what's going on? They didn't ask no questions. All they saw was the fact that my stuff was outside in the rain and the snow, and they helped me. So I really, at that day, I was like, and I told them at that moment, I'm like, y'all my bitches. Like, I fuck with y'all. Like, they helped me get my stuff and put my stuff into the car. This man, he just had to make a scene. He come outside at like the last minute. He like, man, F this, we don't need this. And like throwing some more of my stuff out. And I just looked at him and I said, you doing too much. And I just kept getting my stuff, because I really didn't know what to say. Like, I don't know how to deal with crazy men. First of all, it's scary. In my mind, I'm thinking like, you're not even thinking rationally like right now. Like, first of all, I didn't even do anything. Like, in his mind, because he called my phone and I answered and hung up, automatically I'm cheating, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. Mind you put me out, so I'm pretty sure we broken up. But that's all of that is besides the point. Clearly the person, he wasn't thinking rational at the moment. So I couldn't even say, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, listen to what I gotta say. Like, nothing. Like, I didn't even attempt to do that. For when I was scared, you just threw all my stuff outside. Like, you're not thinking straight. Lord knows what you would do next. 2, in my mind, you're not gonna be trying to hear none of that. If you got to the point that you're throwing it out, you're not trying to hear nothing that I gotta say. And 3, I'm trying to pick up my stuff. I don't got time to be explaining to this crazy person that I wasn't doing anything. Like, I don't got time for that. I'm picking up my stuff. I pick up all my stuff. We shove it in the back of the car, y'all. It was so much stuff. It was all over the place. Like, it was crazy. So we left. Like, we left. And at this point, I'm in shock. Like, I'm just riding home and I'm just sad. Like, I didn't even know what to think or say. I'm in shock. Like, it just, to this day, like, it just, I realize in life how stuff can go from 100 to 0 or 0 to 100 like that. Like, you literally can be in love with somebody, y'all can have a great relationship, y'all can be doing so well, and within a couple of hours, like, all of that can be over and down the drain. Like, that's not just with this relationship. I've noticed that relationships in general, like, 1 week can be really good and the next week y'all can be done. Like, it really can happen that quick. And like, value your relationships, value your loved ones, y'all, because shit can change quick. The way he took me to his house and he was just like, yo, you good? Like, you want to watch TV? I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. My boyfriend at the time, he had sent me like this long message, and I think I still have the message too. I'll put that in here. And he just called me he called me a in like 7 different languages. Like seven different languages, and I'm in shock because he's never ever called me out my name before. He's never talked to me like this before. So I was like, wow. Like, I'm just reading the message and I didn't even know what to say. In the message, he accused me of cheating or whatever the case may be. The message is old. I won't see it until I post it in here. I don't remember exactly what it said. I just know he called me a in 7 different languages, and I know that the message was very rude and I was very offended and my feelings were hurt. Initially I was about to respond and like explain myself, but I was just over it at this point. Like, I'm in shock. Like, you really just threw my stuff outside. So I just respond back like 20. And 20 means you wrong, or you in timeout, or you don't know what you're talking about, or you sound dumb. A bunch of definitions for the word or the name 20. Like, that's all I said back was 20. And he just was like, you would, whatever the case may be. It wasn't cute. It wasn't nice at all. So I went to sleep at night. Y'all know, like, after a breakup, how you like so heartbroken and you so sad. I was so sad, y'all. I had a knot in my stomach. I went to sleep. I woke up really, really early the next morning because I couldn't sleep. By the time I had gotten and I was laying down at night, I think it was like 1, maybe 2 o'clock. So I woke up at like 6 and I was so sad, y'all. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to say. Like, I was just sad that this just happened. So what I did, I called my mom and I told her the situation, and she was just like, Kenise, you know, explain to him the real situation. Like, don't just, even if y'all not going to be together or whatever the case may be, don't just let things leave off like this. Try to explain, you know, your side. So I didn't want to call. I didn't want to text, because if I would have texted, I would have sent 3 pages and it would have been too much. I didn't want to call because I felt like he wasn't going to answer. So I attempted to send a voice memo. I kept talking voice memos and I kept saying it, and I couldn't get the right words out. Like, I kept doing it over and over and over and over again, but nothing was just coming out right. After I finally got the perfect voice memo to send to explain, like, look, this is how I feel, this is what really happened, this, that, and the third, somebody called me. And when I got that phone call, it just deleted my voice memo. It was like 9 minutes long of me just talking, and it just deleted my voice memo when I got the phone call. But everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, okay? Because the call that I got was from a friend that had talked to him that night and the next morning and had his side. And his side, and the way that he was just talking about me and just being rude, at this point, you don't get no explanation from me, because it's just like, I don't owe you anything at this point. Like, aside from what, before it even got to the point of you throwing my stuff out, you put me out, bruh. Like, you put me out not caring about my well-being, not caring about where I was going or how I was saved. So before we even get to the fact that you literally threw all my stuff out, you didn't care about me from get-go. So I don't owe you any explanation. You don't deserve anything that I had to say or explain the situation. I was going to do it just because I didn't want things to end how they ended, and for him to be able to go off and tell people how much of a thought-ass bitch I was. That was why I wanted to explain myself. But at this point, I'm like, you don't even deserve that. I think it went on we didn't talk for about 3 days. I called out of work that day. I was so sad. I was so heartbroken. I was in shock. I couldn't eat. I couldn't think straight. Like, I really was in shock. And we didn't talk for a couple of days. After like 3 days, you know, talking to my friends and them telling me like, look, you know, you deserve better. He was wrong. And, you know, I explained my situation and the story to other people to ask them, like, you know, is there something that I could have did different or whatever the case may be. They're like, yo, from get-go, he should never put you out from jump. Like, forget the fact that he threw your stuff out. That put the cherry on top. But from get-go, he never should have put you out, especially for what he put you out for and the time of night that it was. So after like talking to my friends after a couple of days, I started to feel a little bit better. So it's like 3 days later and we hadn't talked. I'm thinking like, yo, we are legit done. And what happened was, I talked to the same friend who called me the day after everything that happened, which was the same friend who helped me put all this stuff in the car. I talked to her, and she was just updating me on, you know, everything that he was saying and how he was feeling about the situation, or whatever the case may be. And after she told me everything that he was saying, I'm like, absolutely not. I'm texting this man. I got some stuff I need to let off my chest. So I sent a long message, like a long message, just letting him know like how I felt about the whole situation and just how I felt about how he treated me and just everything in general. And that was that. He responded how he felt, and we like texted for a long time talking about the situation. Of course, like a dummy, I got back with him, and this was the day, like I said, after this day our relationship was never the same. Like prior to this, we had a pretty good relationship. We was good, we was straight. But this day, like even though we like talked about the situation, we got back together and I moved back in, which like I said, I shouldn't have done. Like I shouldn't have done it. But after this day, our relationship was never the same. Like it was always something else after this. It had nothing to do with the situation. It just kind of like left a scar on our relationship that we just couldn't fix. And eventually we ended up breaking up because, well, not because of it, but we ended up breaking up because of the problems happening over and over and over and over again. Just a bunch of different problems. So I will say that red flags are important. Like red flags are so important. I saw this thing and it basically said in the beginning of a relationship, the signs are there and you know that someone isn't right for you. And usually the things that you overlook in the beginning are the things that end the relationship in the end, really. And I'm not saying that that situation is what ended our relationship, but when someone shows you who they are and what they're capable of, believe them the first time. Yeah, he apologized. He said, of course, you know, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to do that, which he's never thrown my stuff out again after that. But he has done a bunch of other crazy stuff after this situation that just, I shouldn't have been surprised when things kept happening that were, like I said, not the exact same situation, but when other things happened, it just showed the nigga is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs after the fact, because when someone shows you what they're capable of and what they can do off of something this small or just period, they're capable and can do it again if their emotional state takes them there and if they don't have a control over their emotions. And that's all I have to say about that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I can't promise you guys that I'm going to have a bunch of different story time to tell y'all. I probably will do another story time, but like I said, I probably won't have a whole bunch more story times to tell y'all. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know y'all love when I do story time, so I figured I would do something for you guys and give you a story time. I really don't have anything else to say. Let me know down below what you think about this story time and just, you know, give me your input on it. I love y'all so much, and I will see you in my next video.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this, Tom? What the hell is this shit? You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Why do you have these?
I can't even fit those.
Why do you have these?
I can't even fit them.
Tom,
I can't fit those.
we don't even use condoms.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do you have these?
I don't know whose they is. I can't fit them.
Tom, I swear to God, this goddamn place.
Oh,
Now
okay.
drive.